What is up, you guys? Today I am here in my apartment, but I am about to go to Aldi and I'm about to try to do a challenge for $75 for 3 weeks of groceries. I'm definitely the type of person that likes to stock up and then forget about it, so that's what I'm going to try to do today. Now, this is not going to be a video like my other ones that were extreme $10 challenges. This is not going to be like that. It's going to be a more regular example of what I do on a weekly basis. So I'm definitely an impulse buyer when it comes to food. I love to spend money on food. When I travel, I spend so much money on food. I love to get takeout, and I oftentimes struggle to cook food that tastes like takeout, which is my weak point. So I love to save money, but I will indulge on food. But ever since I tried an EveryPlate subscription, I really have dabbled more with herbs and spices and using different ingredients to really spice up recipes and make them taste like takeout, and trying to kind of discover how I can do that for myself. So I'm gonna try to do that today with what I buy at Aldi today. My goal is $25 per week, which I think is super reasonable for a week's worth of food. So we're gonna see what we can do, and let's get in store and see what we can find for $75 for 3 weeks. The first thing I'm going to be picking up are some eggs. So right now at Aldi, they're kind of expensive, to be honest. I'm used to paying like 70 to 80 cents for a 12-count carton of eggs at Kroger. But because I'm here already, I'm going to be picking up 2 cartons of eggs for the 3 weeks. 24 eggs divided by, having approximately maybe 2 eggs every single day. That'll get me through 12 days. And of course, I'm not going to have eggs every single day. Make sure to always check them for any breakage. Definitely a versatile and high protein breakfast. On the side with my eggs, I love to have some ham in a pan. It cooks really nice when you cook your eggs first and then you put the ham in the pan and it kind of browns up. I love to get the Black Forest ham, and it tastes really sweet alongside the eggs. Is definitely a good source of protein for the gains. So definitely going to pick up some ham. And then on the side, I definitely like to have some avocados with it as well. So I'm grabbing a couple small bag of avocados. These were $2.39 for about 6 of them, which is not a bad deal. I like smaller avocados because otherwise they go bad for me, since I only use like half an avocado at a time. So this will be good on the side with eggs and also with tacos. And then for any days that I'm on the go and can't sit down and have like an egg and ham breakfast, I'm gonna just get some bananas. It's definitely also a good snack as well, so I'm gonna get a few bananas, enough so that they won't go bad too quick. I'm gonna be grabbing some things to cook a nice pad thai. So one thing I learned from EveryPlate is that garlic, onions, and ginger are key for making things taste good in like the restaurant. So I'm gonna pick up some cloves of garlic so I can chop them up and use them in a pan with some oil to kind of create some flavor before I add the meat and the veggies to some dishes. So this is about 85 cents. And then I'm going to be picking up a bundle of ginger, which is great to grate and put in some rice to add some extra flavor, or to put in with some garlic with some olive oil in a pan. This bundle of ginger is $1.99, which isn't too bad. And from my understanding, ginger doesn't go bad too quick, so hopefully I'll be able to save it for a while. For the pad thai, I'm also going to be grabbing some General So sauce. That's my favorite Asian sauce, so I'm going to kind of just use that to add some flavor to the pad thai. And it's also really cheap at $2.39. And then I'm also going to grab some tikka masala. Don't have an exact use for this, but I think I'm also getting pork chops and chicken tenderloin, so I think it'll be good with that in a pan if I ever don't know what to do. And just for the long term, love tikka masala for seasoning and marinating. It makes it really easy. For the pad thai, I'm going to be getting this family size package of chicken tenderloins, which, by the way, is so much better than chicken breast, so much better tasting. If any of you guys have not tried it yet, definitely try it. It's a little more pricey, but definitely worth it. It tastes way better. These are $1.99 per pound, so for this large family size package, $7.24. And this will last me a long time, many different meals, not just for the pad thai, but also for tikka masala and things like that. So I'm going to be grabbing that. And then I'm going to grab some stir-fried teriyaki vegetables. I figured it'd be easy enough to cook with tikka masala and make it really simple. These do have wheat noodles, but I try to avoid wheat, but if it's a little bit, not a problem. And then I'm gonna grab some peanuts. So definitely like to cut up peanuts and put them on top of pad thai. Adds a little crunch and it just makes it taste more like a restaurant because every time I go to a restaurant and get pad thai, they always have peanuts on top. So I'm gonna get this big thing of peanuts. Also good for a snack. Now for some things to make some tacos, which is one of my favorite meals. So I'm going to be grabbing a bundle of tomatoes. Tomatoes are really cheap at Aldi. It's $1.94 for some vine tomatoes, which normally would be like the price of Roma tomatoes to get this many pounds. So I'm going to pick up one pack that has about 4 large tomatoes in it for $1.94. And then I'm going to be grabbing a like 6 or 7 or 8 count bag of onions. So it's only $1.89, which is so cheap for onions in my opinion. So I like to get the yellow onions because to me they have a little bit milder of a flavor, and these are good to start dishes when you chop them up and put them in with oil in a pan and then start cooking your meat, or for tacos, which is what I'm gonna hopefully be using them mostly for. I'm gonna put them in kind of like a guacamole pico de gallo. So definitely a good deal there for some flavor. And then I'm gonna be grabbing some taco seasoning. I like the light sodium ones just because I like to watch my sodium, but they didn't have them, so I'm going to grab 2 of those. The seasoning packets are 38 cents, which is a really good deal. And then I'm going to be grabbing a 12-count bag of taco shells for 89 cents. So just makes tacos easier to have those both on hand. And then for the meat, I'm going to be grabbing a 85-15 blend of beef. And so this is $8.97 for about 2.5 pounds. So I got the little bit pricier one that has less fat, just because if I do the one with more fat, it just cooks off and then it's just a waste. So I like to get the 85-15. And then for on top of my tacos, I love the green sauce. So I'm going to be grabbing a $1.95 jar of green sauce. I am interested in this avocado tomatillo, but I ended up getting the jalapeno green sauce instead for $1.95. Finally, I'm going to get a bag of shredded lettuce for $1.39. Although this does go bad super fast, I'm going to be picking it up because it adds a lot to tacos. And definitely get a head of lettuce to make it last longer, but I'm just lazy, so I wanted to get this bagged lettuce. For my next meal, I'm going to be grabbing some steak. So it's called Black Angus Beef Thin Sliced Sirloin Tip Steak for carne asada. So it's a mouthful, $4.79 per pound. It is so good. This is my favorite meat at Aldi. It's thin sliced sirloin tip steak, and you can't tell, but it's super thinly sliced steaks that taste so good in carne asada or on the grill. You can make so many meals out of these. For me, I'm going to be doing like a steak, seasoned carne asada spicy steak with asparagus and veggies. So I'm going to be grabbing chili powder to season the steak with because I'm completely out of chili powder. I go through it so fast. It's so good if you just add some oil, some carne asada sauce, some chili powder, and some paprika, and then salt and pepper to steaks. It's perfectly enough to season a steak with. So it's only 95 cents at Aldi. And then I'm going to also be grabbing some oregano at 95 cents. Their seasonings at Aldi are so cheap, so definitely get them there. Sometimes I'll get them at CVS with extra bucks, but honestly, it's still a better deal at Aldi. So I'm going to be grabbing some oregano because it's multi-use, maybe for use on some potatoes, and then also some Italian seasoning because the Italian seasoning is also 95 cents, but it has a more exotic blend of herbs, so I'm going to be grabbing that as well, again, to season some veggies, meat, and potatoes. The Italian seasoning is so good on potatoes. With the steak meal, I'm going to be grabbing some asparagus. It's $2.19 for a package, which isn't too bad. I would say this is like 4 servings. Could create four sides, I guess, along with steak. So I would say at about 50 cents per side, it's not too bad. So we're going to be grabbing some asparagus to roast with olive oil and salt and pepper. It'll be delicious in the oven or on the grill. For the next meal, I'm going to be grabbing some pork chops. So these pork chops are thin sliced and they are $4.19 per pound. There's a lot of different ways to season them, so definitely a versatile meal. It's $6.49 for this, about 1.5 pound package. And my thought is just to have 2 little slices per meal and just have like a small portion of the pork chops. I was just walking around looking for bouillon cubes, and I finally found them in like the aisle where they put random discounted stuff. These chicken bouillon cubes are really great to season a lot of different things. You can add water and dissolve it, and then put meat in it to season it and give it some extra flavor. Now I'm going to be grabbing a bag of yellow potatoes. It's 5 pounds for $3.29, which is definitely a good deal, and I love yellow potatoes with everything. How I prepare yellow potatoes is I cut them up into small triangles, and I spray a pan with oil, and then I spray the potatoes with oil, and then I just put salt, pepper, and maybe some Italian seasoning on them, and maybe some steak seasoning if I'm feeling a little bit extra, or onion powder. You can kind of do whatever you want, but I just do like an assortment of seasonings. It tastes so good in the oven at 450 for about 20 minutes, and it goes with any side. I also got some additional produce and veggies that I didn't touch on or specifically add to one meal. So I got some grapes, it's good for snacks and breakfast. I got some carrots to roast in the oven with some sweet glaze with either the pork chops or the chicken or even steak. Brussels sprouts I love to have with pork chops and cook them in the oven, roast them with olive oil and salt and pepper. I got some cilantro for tacos. I got some snap peas as an additional veggie for potentially a pad thai or as a side in a kind of like an Asian themed, Asian inspired bowl. And then I got some apples as well. Don't judge me, but I definitely had to get these. They were only $5.19 for a pretty large bag, and I was really hungry when I was shopping, which is never a good idea to be hungry when you're shopping, but I just had to get them for a quick meal. I was also completely out of ketchup and mustard, which I absolutely need with potatoes and quick meals. So I grabbed a large bottle of ketchup for $1.39. And then they also had mustard for really cheap. I'm a huge mustard fan. I eat mustard with everything. I could honestly eat mustard straight. And a pretty good sized bottle at Aldi was only 55 cents. That's a really good deal. So definitely get your condiments at Aldi. Before I get into the receipt and how much I spent, I just want to make sure that all of you guys have had the opportunity to download Fetch Rewards because it is an amazing opportunity to earn gift cards just for things that you're already buying. So it's even easier than Ibotta because all you have to do on Fetch Rewards is snap a quick photo of a receipt from any store. You don't need to match offers or anything, and it'll give you points based on what you purchased. So every single receipt, including my Aldi one, gives you points that you can redeem for gift cards. So every 1,000 points is $1. And when you sign up using my link in the description box down below under Fetch Rewards or using code 7YTUA at sign up, you're going to get some points that you can redeem for a gift card. You can start redeeming for gift cards in as little as $2 worth of points. So right away after signing up using my code and snapping a photo of any receipt that you have lying around the house or you find on the street or anything, you can get some points and cash out for a gift card. So definitely when you go to Aldi or any other store, always be snapping your receipt to Fetch Rewards.
So now to go through my receipt, so you can see that I got a bunch of items. My total ended up coming to $93.23, which was above my $75 budget. There definitely could have been ways that I cut down on this budget and on this haul to make it a little bit cheaper. I would say I could have gotten a few less seasonings and spices, although I do really value that additional flavor, so I'm not mad about it at all. I think I definitely got enough items for 3 weeks worth of groceries, 100%. So I'm just going to run through my receipt really quick just to show you all the prices and break it down a little bit further, but you can see that my first few items were some meat, so I got the chicken fries that were frozen. I got some chicken tenderloins for dinner that I can use for many, many dinners and season and use in many different types of dishes. I got bouillon cubes for seasoning, buns for making burgers. I got pork chops, which was, again, like a meat package that has many meals inside it. The ham that I got for breakfast. A large package of ground beef. More seasonings. I got a full steak that'll be, again, many meals in it. It weighs, I think, like a couple pounds, and it has many steaks in it. I got some taco shells. I got a few different sauces, stir-fry sauce, ketchup, some more seasonings, sauce. I got peanuts for pad thai. I got these stir-fry vegetables, mustard, salsa. So, again, like lots of seasonings and things that you buy and then you don't have to buy again for a while. So I will also kind of feel like that reduces my cost a little bit because I did buy some things that are not one-time use. They're used over many months. Potatoes, 2 things of eggs for breakfast. Grapes, I love to have those as a snack. cilantro, again, more seasonings. The sugar peas are a veggie for my pad thai. Ginger root for kind of some seasoning and some herbs. Bananas for breakfast. Brussels sprouts as a side for dinner. Vine tomatoes, garlic, again, a seasoning, an herb. Lettuce, apples, some veggies, asparagus, carrots, onions, and then I got avocados to ring up twice and then voided one. So I spent $93.23, which was not bad because I got so many seasonings. I am not mad about it at all. I will definitely be able to get 3 weeks of meals out of this. And in my opinion, $25 per week is an amazing price. And if I kind of take it that it was, $25 per week, plus I spent about an additional like $18 on seasonings and things that'll last me more than just the 3 weeks, I think it's definitely worth it. Definitely could have reduced down in some areas, but I think I did a really good job and got a lot of very healthy meals for the most part, gluten-free, other than my keto buns. But I think I did really, really good.
Thank you guys for watching. So if you like content like this and you want to see more couponing, deals videos, Aldi videos, shopping videos, definitely subscribe to my channel and turn on my post notifications so you can notify when I post. Follow me on TikTok at kaylakoupons, and I will see you in the next video.